Hey, welcome to episode. I feel Pearl Jam's playing alive. Episode 45 of the Illinois. I'm here with my amazing co-host, my favorite person, and certainly my better half. Neha, how you doing today, babe?
I'm doing great, Joe. How are you?
I'm doing better because I'm with you. We know all that. So I think obviously this is the NFL edition, so we should talk about some NFL stuff. Sound cool?
Yeah, but before we get into all that, let's make a quick shout out to the Illinois Business Playbook.
Oh, love it.
And we want to make sure you subscribe here and at the Business Playbook.
Yep.
Last week we had art from the Gold Shield Services, a great silver member of the Algonquin Lake in the Hills Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And next week, it's going to be a surprise, so make sure you tune in and subscribe to the Illinois Business Playbook, and make sure you tuning in and subscribing to the Illinois right here.
Beautiful.
And back to the NFL edition.
Beautiful. Art was great. Art was really great. So we look forward to continually getting the message out for all the small businesses around this area.
Absolutely.
As best as we can. And Art was great. Art, if you're watching this, you're not a short guy. I'm over 6 feet, and Art made me feel like a little bit, but really nice guy.
Right, but in the next edition, the basketball edition, that's where Art's height will come in for sure when we're dribbling.
On
the court.
We'll dribble down to the court. So a lot of great football games this past weekend, and the first one I want to talk about is the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now it ended up coming down to the wire.
It was a game to make sure you were going to be tuning in or at the field.
Absolutely.
It was a game. It was a game of a lifetime.
It was a game of a lifetime. It was
two of the best quarterbacks of the year, century.
I don't know about century.
I mean, amazing quarterbacks. You wanted to be there. Yeah. It was an amazing game.
Back and forth. One of the things that, the Ravens end up with.
The Bengals had it for a while.
They did.
I thought the Ravens were going to clinch this one. I really did.
Wait, you said that you did.
No, actually, I meant the Bengals.
You thought the Bengals.
Not the Ravens.
Right.
The Bengals.
Right.
Joe Burrow was on it.
He was awesome.
Joe Burrow, I think he passed way more than Lamar Jackson.
He had over 400 yards passing.
And I think Lamar Jackson had around 200 some.
About 280.
And I was like, man, the Bengals are going to get this. They're going to have this win, and we're going to write it into history.
Right.
But the Ravens, they came back.
They did.
They're back again.
They are.
And this is like this is Dak's song, but the Ravens were like, they were about it.
They were. And what's really awesome? First off, now that the two teams play any defense, because it was just like score.
It was all about offense.
And you're right. Joe Burrow was amazing. He threw for over 400 yards. Jamar Chase, the star wide receiver for the Bengals, snapped off. He had 3 touchdowns, over 200 yards receiving.
If we're going to have an MVP conversation, this is the game.
Yeah, well, the Bengals going to have to start winning more before Burrow can be in there. But it really kind of came down to...
But if they would have won, Burrow would have been MVP material.
Well, he'd been inching towards that, because instead of being 4-6 right now, they'd be 5-5, and they'd be sort of more on their way. Joe Burrow was awesome, and I do not want to neglect that. You're right. He threw 4 yards.
I think he had 1 interception.
But he was so good.
He just kept...
catch. Yeah, and it was it was mostly Jamar Chase. Like, I don't... At some point, the Ravens...
I think there was, Brown... was it Brown?
Well, what I'm saying is I know Burrow had 4 touchdown passes, and he threw 3 of them to Jamar Chase. So,
right, but I think the one guy, Brown...
Freaking Brown, really amazing running back, had a really great game. What it kind of came down to was the fact that Lamar Jackson is just on another freaking level. There was a couple plays where no one can make those plays, but Lamar Jackson, he's avoiding pressure. He's moving all around.
Yeah, it might be back-to-back MVP. What up? And
that would be back-to-back.
And which quarterback's not going to care, because he's all about the team.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
I know.
Actually, I think Lamar Jackson at this point probably doesn't care. Like, he's already won enough. He's already won 2 MVPs. He's actually
And that's the way quarterbacks should be
Yeah.
if they want more wins.
Agreed. Well, anyways, moving forward, great game. Moving forward, in respect to time here, the Chiefs, your beloved Chiefs, played against the Broncos.
And I mean, my quarterback was celebrating his pants off at the end of this win.
Well, quarterback again. The Chiefs have a rabbit's foot that's just attached to them because they should have lost that game, but they didn't.
But what's up, Mahomes?
Well, Mahomes had a decent game. Travis Kelce had a good game. Defense was amazing. They won 16-14. You know, the Broncos.
But that's what wins games. Defense.
Very true. I love when you throw a little mic drop statement. That's funny. You're right. Defense on offense doesn't hurt too. You got to score, but basically Broncos drive the all the way down the field, get ready to set up a field goal to win the game because they're down by 2. And what happens? What did the Chiefs do? Blocked it. They blocked it. And apparently they punched him. Did they punch him too, or did they just block it?
They blocked.
Oh,
they blocked.
So, Chiefs remain the only team in the NFL that's undefeated. Only freaking team.
And they are going for a 3-peat.
They are.
I mean, I know the Lions are the one that are favored to win.
No, I don't know if they'd be favored to win. We'll cover the Lions here in a second.
But, I mean, who is undefeated?
Well, they're undefeated. And the Chiefs, again, with getting DeAndre Hopkins in a trade, with Kelce kind of stepping up. And remember, they've been playing this, not your friend Moises' cousin here, but they've been playing this without Isaiah Pacheco, basically the whole year, too. He's coming, I think he was designated return from the injured reserve, so they're going to just get better now. They also have one of their receivers coming back. So the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Again, we've talked about it. The Chiefs are coached by, I think, the best coach in the NFL. The Chiefs are led by, I think, the best quarterback in the NFL, and maybe he's on his way to becoming the best quarterback ever. I think the Chiefs have the best defensive lineman in the NFL, and Christian Jones. The Chiefs have a first ballot Hall of Famer tight end in Travis Kelce, and they just win. And the thing is about what I love about the Chiefs is it doesn't matter. They don't care how cute they are. You know what I mean? Like they don't need to blow teams out. They just want to win, and they're doing that. So I don't think they'll be the third team ever to have an undefeated regular season. The first team was the 1972 Miami Dolphins, who went undefeated, then won a Super Bowl. The second was the 2007, I want to say. I think it was 2007 New England Patriots, who won 17-0. Then they did not win the Super Bowl.
But they won like 6 or 7 others, right?
They did, but not that year.
I think 6 others.
But... Yeah. 6 others. The Patriots did. So we'll see. Now, you did allude to the Lions, who are definitely an amazing team. Lions played the Texans, and the Lions did not look good for the first time all year. I mean, they really did not.
Yeah, they were not winning this one.
They were not.
The Texans were. C.J. Stroud was.
C.J. Stroud.
So.
C.J. Stroud.
I mean, quarterbacks.
Maybe Matthew has a brother named CJ. He could too. Yeah. But CJ Stroud.
But, I'm getting there.
You are getting there.
So, you're considering like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways. Now it's all about it. But and the Lions quarterback, Jared Goff, has been like magnificent all season. He decides to throw 5 interceptions that game. And the Lions still win. They just win.
Yeah. Because, wasn't it like the field goal at the end?
Yeah.
That
won the game for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
35 yard or something.
Sure. I don't know the yardage, but that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So Lions, I think you already alluded to it, so I just want to kind of repeat that. But I think we kind of both are kind of getting this way. Chiefs are the best team in the AFC. The Lions appear to be the best team in the NFC. It wouldn't surprise either of us if they met in the Super Bowl. So we'll see. You got to see how it all plays out. But just really, really.
That's going to be a great rivalry.
Well, you hope so. The Lions. Yeah, I'd love. The thing is too is if other than Andy Reid, I think my second favorite coach is coaching the Lions right now, Dan Campbell, because he's just like, he's just
but he's such a friendly guy.
Yeah, no, he's really cool, but he's just kind of like he was a tight end. He's a real gritty. He's like,
Yeah.
But he loves his team. So we'll see. Lions look like absolutely phenomenal.
Of coaches.
Yes, there you go with your transition.
I'm just putting that out there.
You are. You put it out there in the ether. You know what I mean? Out there in the.
You did speak of coaches, so I was just like, going on the bandwagon there.
So the Saints, New Orleans Saints, won their first 2 games this year. They blew out their opponents. They looked amazing. So
considering that they did do that, I mean, what gives?
Well, they've lost every game since then, and they've gotten blown out, and their quarterback is still David Carr, and they're just not good. So they're gone. So they fired their head coach. Interim head coach is in place now, a guy named something Rizzi or something like that, but seems like a really good guy, real big lifer and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. And lastly, what we want to talk about in the NFL edition is something to do with my team. So my team...
They also fired a coach.
They did. So the Chicago Bears, my team, I've been both blessed and... anyways, I'll just stay positive. But it's hard being a Bears fan. It really is hard. And the Bears, after what they're calling the Fail Mary call, when they lost on the Hail Mary, I think it's kind of cool they called Fail Mary because they kind of made a mistake. Since then, they played 2 full games. They haven't scored any points. Okay. And the quarterback looks like he's going backwards instead of forwards. Caleb Williams, number 1 overall pick. The guy that I'm hoping.
You mean like back to college?
No, I mean
like where he was actually good.
Well, but he's What I'm saying is he's regressing, where it looked like he was really kind of feeling what the NFL is all about, started to get a little good and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, now you're gonna suck. So they fired their coach, Shane Waldron. He's gone. The interim coach is going to be put in place. We'll see how that goes. Really, what it really means for the Bears is Matt Eberflus, the head coach, is probably going to get fired at the end of the year. And what the Bears have continued to do, and then we'll stop and we'll end the show. But what the Bears have continued to do in my entire life is just mismanage the rookie quarterbacks. As soon as they drafted Caleb Williams, they should have got a whole new coach. Okay, got rid of Matt Eberflus, got a whole new coach, and had the coach, get their own offensive coordinator, and then really groom Caleb Williams to be a good guy. Now Caleb Williams is going to be. He's going to be on the second offensive coordinator. In all likelihood, that guy won't stay next year. So he'll 3 NFL offensive coordinators in 2 years. I don't know if you're aware of this. It's really hard to play quarterback in the NFL. So you don't want to mix up a young guy's head. So I feel like I'm talking too much, especially with the way you're looking right now. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, why do all this, like, mixing up of the offensive coordinator? Why did they not just get the new coach in right away? Like, so why did they
keep Eberflus? So the reason why they had to get Shane Waldron, the offensive coordinator, is most people knew Matt Eberflus, the head coach, was kind of on shaky ground.
Was it because he was a protege of Nick Saban? They're like, oh, he has the connection with Nick Saban, and he's like, oh, let's keep him here because of the HBO series.
I tell you, he ain't Nick Saban. I can tell you that right now. He's flu. So, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's the flu, like kind of the flu, like not giving the Bears. Getting them sick.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us at episode 45, the NFL edition. We look forward to seeing you guys hopefully in a couple days.
Thanks,
watching
guys.
the NBA edition.
We'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody.